Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, February 19th and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com. First up, still waiting on Penguin. You ask Google now. Gary said earlier this week, I haven't talked to engineers for some time, I just don't know. And if you ask other Googlers, now they're saying as soon as it's ready. So they're pretty much not saying much. We don't know if it's going to launch in the first quarter. It was supposed to launch last year. It was supposed to launch in January. It was supposed to launch soon, in a few weeks. But now it's going to launch as soon as it's ready. And that's what Zinab said. As soon as it's ready is when it's being rolled out. So I guess we have to wait and see. This is interesting. So just last week we covered that Google will not offer SEO certification or any type of training or partner program for certification, but Aaron Wall spotted on the Google Elections page a little box that says, right here, starts with stand out in search. When news breaks, voters go online, get them to your site faster with search engine optimization, SEO. SEO can help your site rise closer to the top when people search for specific keywords and phrases. It means more visibility for your site, which can translate into more donations and voters. Need help? Find a Google certified partner to help you implement a smart SEO strategy and drive more traffic to your website. Google doesn't have a Google certified partner program for SEOs. Clearly the person who wrote this doesn't know what they're talking about. At the same time, this is like ammunition for those SEO conspiracy theorists about this. So it's a shame they have this here. I assume they're going to change it. It's just it just sends the wrong message, and of course this is going to be an issue for Google because of that, because they wrote that. Of course, if you click through to it, there's no actual certification for SEO. It's for analytics, AdWords, et cetera, but not for the SEO side. Personally, one of my pet peeves when I go to a website, and I go to lots of websites and track lots of stories specifically around search and social and marketing, because I cover news here on this site and Search Engine Land and Marketing Land. Because of that, if I don't see a timestamp on the article, if it's not there, I go crazy. It could be a great article, but if it was written 15 years ago, it's not something that I should post in the daily search cap or say this is a new story. I'm not saying Google should go ahead and penalize sites that have old dates on it, but I think every single story, article, publication, every blog post should have a timestamp on it. It doesn't mean if the date is old, it should rank less. It just means that they should have a timestamp. Regular content on the website, just like services pages, product pages, of course don't need a timestamp. I think documentation and help articles should probably have a last updated timestamp on it. But I think the primary thing around blogs, articles, news sites, 100% should have a timestamp, and if they don't, I really do believe Google should actually go ahead and penalize them. I don't think old articles should be penalized if they have a timestamp. I just think articles without timestamps should be penalized. I don't know if Google's going to do it. It caused a tremendous amount of comments on social and in the blog, so definitely take a look at it if you are interested and disagree with me. But I personally can't stand it when websites post stuff and they don't have timestamps on it. This is very interesting. So in a Google Hangout, John Mueller was asked a question about why would a website that ranks incredibly fine, like number 2, number 3 in the Google desktop search results, rank on the third page or second page and not in the same position on the mobile web results. Now everything's the same. The site speed is super fast on both. It's mobile friendly. It's everything you would expect in terms of a mobile friendly website ranking even better in the mobile results than it does in the desktop. And it doesn't. The question is why. And it seems, based on John Mueller's response, it's a bug with Google. So it's very interesting. I would definitely look at that if you have any of those issues. I've never seen that come up myself, but I saw this specific case. I can't share the keyword, but it's definitely very interesting. AMP's coming. It's actually coming, I think, on Wednesday, according to some reports from Ad Age. And Google has opened up an AMP-specific Google Webmaster Help Forum. So if you need any help with AMP, go over there. You should be able to get help. My site should be ready by then for AMP, just so I could test it and let you guys know how it goes. It's fairly easy to implement. It's just you need the time to do it. Google doesn't want to clutter the search results with too many rich snippets, they said. They said this just recently this week. We've seen rich snippet reductions in the past. We've seen penalties for rich snippets, spam, and so forth. But recently, according to Moz results, the Mozcast results, the reviews snippet, the stars, the review stars in the search results dropped drastically yesterday by 15%, and I think it even dropped today. So if I go to the Mozcast report, and if I just filter that Mozcast report specifically by, and hopefully it will load, by reviews, and you go to the chart, you can see now it's dropped 15% here and then another 12% there. So it's dropped drastically in the search results. I don't know if it's a bug with Google or Google's changing stuff, but Moz did say the report is accurate and it is a massive drop in the search results in terms of review snippets. So if your stars have gone away, which many people have said, you're not alone. Google yesterday sent out a blast of tons of Hreflang incorrect implementation notifications. So if it detected you have a problem with your Hreflang, you will get a notification that looks like this. I asked John Mueller about this. He said it's correct. Google did send out a bunch of them. He basically implied that if you got one, you have problems with your website and you have to fix it. So I'm not sure if there are any issues in terms of that notification going out, but according to Google, it's legit, and you should definitely take a look at your Google Search Console to see if you have received that notification. Hreflang is specifically for international sites that have Hreflang implemented on it. If you don't have to really worry about it. Google 3 years later said they're still internally discussing the option to give webmasters more data in the Search Console, specifically in Search Analytics. Of course, they came out with the API and ways to export your data from there, but Zeneb, basically, we're thinking about it, but no big update right now around giving you more data, more than 90 days worth of data. Just so you know, in 2013, Matt Cutts said they're going to give us a year's worth of data. They never did. In 2015, they said the same thing. They're going to give us a year's worth of data, and they never did. So maybe they'll give it to us now. Zeneb afterwards went ahead and said, let us know why you want to have more data, because we have the API, because we have the export tools, because there are third-party tools that will do it for you. If you go ahead and share on Twitter using the hashtag #MoreDataSAN, Google will go ahead and listen to you and maybe go ahead and implement it in 2016. We will see. Google's knowledge graph clicks and impressions are not tracked in the Google Search Analytics data. So if you get a Google knowledge graph and you see it there in the search results, that impression data and click data on that knowledge graph is not counted in the Search Analytics data, just so you know. That's something that Google clarified. Google added one-click verify for sites that are already verified with Google Search Console for their Google My Business listing. So if you go to verify it, you might see this option to verify just because you have a Google Search Console verification already done, which is a speedy way of doing it. And Google is now removing content from google.com as well for right to be forgotten. Now, just in those regions. So if you're in the US and there's a right to be forgotten claim against something, you'll see it. But if you were in London and you're searching on google.com as opposed to google.co.uk, both on google.co.uk and on google.com, searching in London, any right to be forgotten content will be removed. That's Google's new policy that happened this past week, and that's what's happening. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com over the past week. Again, today is Friday, February 19th. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.